Hey everyone, welcome to the Breakthrough Entrepreneurs Show, where we empower entrepreneurs to overcome the challenge of work-life balance, burnout, break bad, old, unhealthy, negative habits, behaviors, build new habits, create new rituals, new routines. I'm your host, Muhammad Faraj, and today our topic is how to stop wasting time, energy, and opportunities. Does this ever happen to you just like me, where while you are working, while you are remaining productive or focused, or after you implement your morning routine, and then while you are working on your goals, on your dreams, on your business, suddenly you find yourself that you get triggered by a thought, and that thought leads to same old unhealthy negative feelings, emotions, and then you get to be bombarded or overwhelmed with so many more thoughts, feelings, emotions, and you lose focus, you lose productivity, you lose even sight of your goals, your dreams, and your vision of your future. And then suddenly you would find yourself that you ended up in that loop or that cycle where you are repeating the same scenario, the same movie, and you're just playing the same movie over and over and over again, and just repeating so many thoughts, feelings, emotions, and you feel frustrated, angry, and you feel like unfair, and why this is happening, why this happened to me, or you bring your old past thoughts, feelings, emotions that are connected to certain activities, certain people, certain events, and you find yourself, your mood has changed. You're not able to remain productive. You're not able to be laser focused. You're watching your screen, you're working on your business, but your brain is somewhere else. You're just thinking about others, thinking about other activities, events from your past, or you feel like things are unfair and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, stressed, frustrated, and you look at time, you find yourself that you have wasted already so much time, at least 1 hour, because your brain is somewhere else, because you are being triggered by certain thoughts, feelings, emotions, and you can't get things done. You can't work. You can't make progress. You fall into this trap and you ended up in this cycle, in this loop, and you find yourself that you got distracted and you feel kind of procrastinated, and you find it very hard to get back on track. You find it very hard to remain focused, to be focused, and you find it very hard to work on your projects, on your tasks, and then later on you feel disappointed about your performance, and then you start to blame, criticize, and looking at yourself like you don't have control over your mental health, you don't have control over your life, you don't have control over your habits. Well, my friends, so many of us have this problem, and this is a bad habit. This is a distraction in your subconscious mind, and there's a solution for this. So the good news is that there's a solution for this problem, and I promise you, if you adopt this practice, if you practice enough and you stay consistent, you will learn to protect your mind. You will learn to protect your mental health. You will learn to protect your time, your energy, your focus, your productivity, so you can be laser focused on your future, on your goals, on your dreams, on the vision of your future. And you will not do the same. You will not waste time anymore. You will not pour so much energy, so much effort on things that aren't aligned with your goals, with your dreams, with your mission in life. So I'm going to talk about this topic in this episode. So stay tuned with me and listen to this podcast so you can learn a lot about our mental health, so you can learn about these triggers, so you can learn about how to practice and how to adapt a daily training, a daily practice, so you can break this habit, so you can break free from this negative habit, distraction in your subconscious mind that seems like leading your life to worse instead of better. It seems like this bad habit is keeping you stuck in your daily entrepreneurial life, and it's not benefiting you. It's not doing anything for your health, for your future. Instead, it's just keeping you off track, keeping you stuck, keeping you feel stagnation in your life, in your business, in your relationships. So many of us in the past, without our awareness, without being conscious about some of those habits that we have built in the past, and we have built, unfortunately, average people, average entrepreneurs, they have built so many bad, unhealthy, negative habits, but you didn't know about them. They were running in your life without your awareness. They were establishing in your life. You were repeating them. You were practicing them enough. You were repeating them every day. So they became habits that are not serving you, that are not good for your health, for your mental health, for your life. So some of those habits, we have just built them without being fully intentional or aware about those habits. But we didn't know. We've been repeating them so many times, but we didn't know about them. But after reading so many articles, after reading many books, after studying and learning successful people, I learned that there is a habit in our subconscious mind that is leading us to feel stress, angry, frustrated, overwhelmed. This subconscious mind habit, you don't realize how destructive it is, how impactful it is, how harmful it is for your mental health, for your business, for your relationships, for your life in general. So this bad habit has been running in your life in autopilot, but you didn't become aware of it. You just keep repeating it, and you established it in your subconscious mind. So that way, every time something happens, every time you hear something, every time someone says something, you get to be triggered. And this habit starts to run in your subconscious mind, in your body, leading you to feel frustrated, worried, and anxiety, fearful. And it seems like it's just impacting your life because it's draining your energy. It's impacting your mental health, where you don't feel healthy and mentally you're not happy, you're not fulfilled, you're not healthy, you're not positive. Instead, it converts you to feel angry, frustrated, stressed, overwhelmed. And so many of us, we suffer because of this habit. But to be honest with you, I've had this habit for a while in my own entrepreneurial daily life. But once I learned about this habit, once I became aware of it, and I noticed that in the previous years, this habit was running in my body, in my subconscious mind, and I had wasted an enormous time. I had wasted so much time, so much energy, where I could have worked on breaking that habit, replace it with another healthy habit, and I could have lived a very happy, very fulfilled, very healthy, very successful life like a while ago. So this habit is very distractful. This habit is very impactful. It's harmful. It's impacting you behind the scenes, but you don't realize it. So we need to become of our subconscious habit where we are constantly reacting. So whenever something happens, whenever something happens suddenly that you weren't expected. And when you lose your will, when you lose control over your thinking, over your subconscious mind, when you lose control of your thoughts, this habit will control your life. It will control the way you think, the way you feel, the way you work, the way you view life, the way you look at your relationships, and it will just lead you to become very negative. So, in my own personal experience, I learned that every time something happened, every time something happened that I wasn't expected, and suddenly I find myself, I am losing control over my thoughts. Like I am being triggered by that event, by that activity, or that person, or what they said to me, or what she did to me. And when I don't become aware of this habit, when I don't realize that this habit is distracting me, is preventing me from making progress, from working, from being laser focused, I know that this habit is impacting my healthy life, my mental health. So I remember when something happened in my business or in my personal life, and I would find myself while sitting in my workplace, while working on my business, on my projects, on my tasks, I would find myself that I am so overwhelmed with so many thoughts, so many feelings, so many emotions that are running in my body. And I started to be curious. I started to wonder and ask myself, why are these thoughts are running in my body? Why do I get all these thoughts, all these feelings, all these emotions? Because I remember in the normal days, while things were going well and no problem, no issue, no challenges, no obstacles, I noticed that I didn't have these thoughts. I didn't have these feelings, emotions. Why the hell they suddenly showed up in my body, in my subconscious mind? And so many times, to be honest with you, I wasted countless hours losing so much time, losing so much energy, losing so much effort, and I find myself after 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, I find myself I have wasted already a whole bunch of time, so much energy, and haven't got done anything in my work, on my goals, on my dreams. I haven't done any work, haven't done any progress. I'm not feeling very well. My performance is very slow. My pace is very slow. My performance is very bad. And I start to be curious. I started to ask myself, like, why are those thoughts suddenly they just show up? Why those feelings, emotions are being generated in my body? I didn't have them yesterday. Not before yesterday. I don't have them in the normal days. I'm feeling so happy, excited, and very satisfied with my performance, with my productivity, with my focus. Why the hell are those thoughts, feelings, emotions? They try to control my body. They try to control the way I work, the way I feel, the way I think. So I started to feel so disappointed, so overwhelmed, so angry of these thoughts, feelings, emotions. And I noticed that after reading and learning is that our body gets triggered when we don't become aware of these autopilot thoughts. You see, once something happens or once someone has told you anything, when you put so much time, energy, when you focus on that event, on that activity, on that individual, you find yourself, you end up being triggered, and once you become triggered, you end up and you lose your will, you lose control over this cycle, over this loop, and you find yourself while working, you are just repeating negative thoughts, repeating negative feelings, emotions, and you start to change your focus from, or switch your focus from your future, from your goals, from your dreams, from your vision to your past. And suddenly you find yourself, you are stuck, you are feeling stagnant in your life, in your business, and you start to wonder why my life is not changing, why am I not getting better, why those negative, unhealthy, bad habits are controlling my life, they're controlling my behaviors, they're controlling the way I think, the way I feel. Why am I not happy? Why am I not feeling healthy? Why am I not excited? Why am I not driven, motivated, just like the normal days, just like yesterday, just like last week? And then you start to realize that once you become triggered, once you focus your time, your energy on those triggers, on this negative bad habit in your subconscious mind, what ends up happening is that you start to blame, you start to criticize, you start to look at your people, your friends, everyone around you negatively. And sometimes because of religions, sometimes because of news, sometimes because of what is happening in the world, sometimes because some other people, some other entrepreneurs or business owners, they try to trick you or they try to take your money. Sometimes it's personal daily things that happens in our normal daily life. But if you don't learn, if you don't practice, if you don't become aware of this bad habit that is ruining your life, that is impacting your life, that is harmful for your goals, for your dreams, and putting your business in a big risk, if you don't do that, I promise you, you will end up wasting so much time, so much energy. You will end up wasting weeks, months, even a year without progress, without achievements, without accomplishments, without feeling healthy, without progress, without growth in your business, in your relationships, in your entrepreneurial life. You would find that yourself that you're missing on so many opportunities, and others are achieving, others are winning, others are making, others are creating, others are building, but you find yourself, you're not feeling happy, you're not fulfilled, you're not healthy, you're just stuck in your life because you lost your will, you lost control, you let that subconscious habit ruin your life, take so much time, so much energy from your daily entrepreneurial life. But once you become of this habit, once you become aware of this habit, once you work on breaking this habit, removing this habit, knowing that this habit is not serving me anymore, it's impacting, it's destroying my daily entrepreneurial life. Why the hell would I let this habit take so much time, so much energy, and so many missed opportunities from my life? Why don't I just work on breaking this habit? And this habit, this subconscious mind habit, is even mentioned in the book, in the greatest entrepreneur book called Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill, the author of this book, Think and Grow Rich, he talks about this subconscious habit. And he talks about how this habit was built, established in your daily life, and how this habit is leading you to feel so many times negative and stuck in your life, in your business. But the first step, once you become aware of this habit and you make a decision that from today, from now on, I will not let this habit distract me. I will not let this habit avoid me or prevent me from building a healthy life, from building my dream life. And once you decide to make peace with yourself, with everyone around you, and you let go your past and you focus on your future, I promise you, success is waiting on you. That dream life is waiting on you. Those goals, those dreams, they are possible. So I learned this from my own personal experience, that every time something happens, every time someone says something or something unexpected happens, and we all go through these experiences in our daily life. It's normal. We don't expect to be happy all the time, every day. We don't expect to feel stressed, overwhelmed, angry all the time either. So life can change, circumstances can change, things will change. Sometimes maybe your business will not work, sometimes it will work, sometimes maybe you're making wins, sometimes you slow down, sometimes you're making progress, sometimes you're not. So life is changing constantly. But I learned to protect my mental health, because I believe that we as entrepreneurs or solopreneurs or families who run businesses from home, or whether you are a business owner or a company owner, the most important thing in life, the best thing you can do for your health is to learn to protect your mental health, protect your body, protect your health, because your health matters. Your health is important. Your future is important. Your goals, your dreams are very important. Your family is very important. The life that you are working very hard to build for you and for your family is very important. So it's very important that we learn to protect our mental health, because once we protect our mental health, I promise you, there will be so much space for happiness, for healthy life, for fulfillment, for success. We will have so many opportunities in the future. So many doors will be opened for us. A bright future will show up in our life. And we will start to live a happy, healthy, fulfilled, peaceful life. Being in peace with everyone is such a wonderful and powerful. Being in peace with your future, with your past, is such a powerful thing to adapt in your life. Because so many of us, we're stuck not because of our business. We're not stuck because of circumstances. We're not stuck because of life, because there's something wrong with life. No, nothing is wrong with life. Life is awesome. Life is wonderful. And life supports the happy people, the healthy people, the positive people, the successful people. But unfortunately, life is not easy for the people who are constantly marrying their past, for the people who are constantly just bringing negativity into their life. So, and they wonder why their life is not changing. They wonder why they're not happy in their life. It's up to you, my friend. It's you who control your life. You don't let circumstances, situations, events, activities control how you feel, how you think, control your life. You control them. Once you learn how to protect your mental health, and when you protect your mental health, you are protecting your time, you're protecting your energy, you are protecting your productivity, you're protecting your focus, you're protecting your goals, your dreams, and that dream life that you are seeking to build, or you are working very hard to build. So learn to protect your mental health so you can live a happy, healthy, fulfilled, peaceful, and successful life. So I learned from my own personal experience that when something happens and while I'm working, the first step, what I do is become aware of those triggers, of those patterns. And I know that I've repeated them before. I've had them before. I have experienced those triggers, those patterns, and I know that negative, unhealthy, bad, subconscious habit, I know, is leading me to miss so many opportunities. That negative subconscious mind habit is wasting so much time, so much energy. So I learned to protect myself from this habit. So once I become aware of this habits, I try to practice. I try to remind myself that these are triggers, and those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions, they will not control me. I am the one who control them. I tell myself, literally, I remind myself that I am the one who control my thoughts. I am the one who control how I think, how I feel, not my subconscious mind habit, not that negative distraction. So the first step for you to adopt this healthy practice and to learn to protect your mental health, to protect your time, your focus, your energy, your productivity, is to become aware that this cycle, this loop is starting to run in your subconscious mind. And once you let this cycle, once you let this loop run in your subconscious mind, it will take control over your health, over your body. And once you lose control, it will be very difficult for you. It will be very hard for you to take control over your healthy life, over your mental health. So learn to protect your mental health. First step is become aware that whatever happened in your life, just accept it and do not focus on it. Do not let that thing, that event, that activity, or that individual trigger your brain, trigger your body to feel negative, or to feel sorry, or frustrated, or feeling and thinking negatively about it. Instead, become aware and do not let this control your life. So you can control how you work, so you can control how you feel, so you can control how you think. And the next step is, I want you to adopt relaxation and mindful practices in your daily entrepreneurial life. So every time you wake up early in the morning, and while you're implementing your morning routine, do some meditation, do some affirmation, talk like good things, positive things about yourself, about your surroundings, about your life. Tell yourself powerful things. I am awesome. I am incredible. I am in control over my health. I am in control over my thinking. I am in control over my emotions. I am the one who control my life. Not thoughts, not feelings, not emotions control me. I will not be triggered by anything because I am an entrepreneur. I have goals, I have dreams, I have a vision for my future, I have a family, I have people that I love, that I care about, that I believe in them, that I'm working hard to help them, to support them, to serve them. And tell yourself that I am awesome, I am capable of doing whatever it takes. I will never give up. I will never let bad habits control my life. I am the one who control my habits. I am the one who is in control over my thinking, over my feeling. I will achieve my goals. I will do something great in my life. I was born to do something great in my life. I am extraordinary. I am awesome. I am lovable. I am wonderful. I am unique. I am special. People love me. People respect me. People care about me. My friends, people that I work with, they believe in me. They care about me. They know who I am. I am meant to be a successful entrepreneur. I am meant to break through in my entrepreneurial life, in my business. And I will make it happen. I will make my dreams come true. I will achieve my goals. I will make my this year, the best year of my life. So these are some powerful affirmation practices, things that you can practice to tell yourself that all these good things, all the positive things about you, how unique you are, how wonderful you are, how elegant you are, how special you are. So when you practice daily powerful affirmation, I promise you, you're protecting your mind, you're protecting your mental health, you're protecting your focus, your time, your productivity from negative triggers, from things that happens in your life. And do some meditation. 5 to 10, 15 minutes. Just sit somewhere or lay down on a couch and just meditate. Relax your body. Feel relaxation. Feel mindfulness. And just relax your subconscious mind and make peace with yourself. Or do visualization practice. Visualize your goals. Visualize your dreams. What car you're going to drive. What house you're going to own and live in, you and your family. What business is going to succeed. How you're going to celebrate your achievements, your wins. How you're going to celebrate accomplishments, completing important projects, tasks, or making progress in your business. Visualize your future. Visualize the house that you're going to live in. Visualize that dream car. Visualize that dream life. So by constantly visualizing, practicing, repeating thoughts, feelings, emotions that are connected to your future, you are focusing too much on your future. You know what you are working on. You know why you are sitting in your workplace. You know why you are handling those difficult days. You know why you are putting so much time, so much effort, so much energy on something purposeful, something meaningful, reminding yourself that it's worth it. Every hard work, every minute you put to work very hard, that it is worth it, that you are on your way on a better dream life. And all this negativity, criticizing, blaming, feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, you will realize that all of these thoughts, feelings, emotions that are connected to those old events, activities, people that are just preventing you from all these opportunities, that are preventing you from that dream life, that are preventing you from those achievements, accomplishments in your own entrepreneurial daily life. So you would find yourself that every time you are being triggered, that you are just missing so many opportunities, that you are wasting so many minutes, so many hours. You're wasting days, whereas you could have used those resources, your time, your energy, your effort on your future. You would find yourself that those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions that are trying to control your mental health, that are trying to control how you think, how you feel, they are just keeping you stuck. They are just junk. They are just bad habits. They are just distractions. They are just blocking you from that dream life. And you would find yourself that they are very stupid. You can control them, that you can remove them, that you can avoid them. Like anything that is not benefiting you, anything that is not good for your health, for your mental health, it's just distraction. It's just bad habit. It's just junk. You should remove it. You should prevent it. You should protect your health. Your health is more important. Your mental health matters. And the other question I would like to ask you this, and this is a powerful question. Every time you find yourself, this cycle or this loop is starting to run in your subconscious mind, or this bad habit is starting to run in your subconscious mind, just ask yourself, is this good for me? Is this good for my health? Like those triggers, those thoughts, feelings, emotions, are these good for your health? Are these good for my mental health? Are they serving me? Are they helping me? Are they making me a better version of myself? Are they good for my business? Are they good for my relationships? And once you realize, once you become aware that they are not good, that they are bad, that they are against your health, they are against your relationships, that are against your entrepreneurial life, you will start to remove them. You will start to not focus on them, and they will lose power over you. They will not be established in your life. They will not control how you think, how you feel. Instead, you are removing them. You are ignoring them. So once they lose power over you, they start to fade away, they start to disappear. So many times, so often I find myself while working, I am so focused on these thoughts, feelings, emotions, or those triggers, and I find myself, why am I focusing on them? Are they good for me? Are they benefiting me? Are they making me more productive, more focused? Are they serving me or helping my business? Of course not. They are just impactful. They are just distraction. They are harmful for my business, for my relationships, for my healthy life. And they are leading me to be negative person instead of happy, fulfilled, and positive. So once you adopt these steps, and once you learn to protect your time, your focus, your energy, and once you become aware that those triggers, that your habit in your own subconscious mind that is distracting you, that is harmful, that is impactful for not only your business but for your mental healthy life, you will start to open a new page in your life. You will start to live a happy, healthy, fulfilled life. And you would start to notice that you're making so much progress, that you're working faster, that you are feeling happier, healthier, that your body is much more lighter. You would find yourself feeling excited, enthusiastic, happy, even in those days that you're not making progress, even when good things aren't happening in your daily entrepreneurial life. But you would find yourself, you're feeling so happy, so excited, so healthy, automatically, like without even any reasons. And when people meet you, when they look at you, you're smiling, you're feeling happy, healthy. It's because you break free from those triggers, from those distractions, from those negative habits. You feel like you have a free life, that you're not stuck in a jail in your brain, that you have control over your life. So that's it. That's what I got for you in this episode. I hope you gained knowledge about this negative habit that is running in your own subconscious mind, and that you will start to work on this habit, that you're going to start practicing conditioning your body for a new brain, so you can learn to start to protect your time, protect your focus, and protect, most importantly, your mental health, so you can have so much space for happiness, for healthy life, and for so much success in your daily entrepreneurial life. Please don't forget to follow me on iTunes or Spotify so you can get a new episode weekly. And don't forget to download your free guide. There you will start to work on your habits, start building better habits, breaking old negative, unhealthy habits that aren't serving you, that are not aligned with your structure, with your goals, with your dreams, and you will start to reclaim your healthy life, habit by habit, ritual by ritual, routine by routine, day by day, week by week, month by month. And at the end of the year, you would find yourself, there's so much growth in your life, in your business, and in your entrepreneurial life in general. Thank you so much for watching or listening, and I can't wait to publish a new episode. Bye, everyone.